So here's
Yeah.
what I would say. Like, first, let's go back to user personas, because you can have a software that addresses different personas, right? So we talk about the CISO, or we talk about, a compliance professional or a risk professional. One software through RBAC or through role assignment can say, like, this is what you're going to see if you're this type of person. If you're a Frank of the world, or you're a Pam of the world, or you're this, or a Stacey of the world, this is the type of data that you want to see. So when you log in, you have a role
Yeah.
assigned to you, and that role
Right.
allows you to see what is relevant to you. That said, if like we have done this research and 98% of people want to see all this data, and you, Dustin, are
Sure.
like, well, but I
Yeah.
also want this. Again, this is where I would plug Agentic AI, and where the flexibility of having a prompt interface or a correlation interface that takes you just outside of the usual user journey, keeps you on that journey, but
Yeah.
allows you to, for example, build a custom dashboard where it's pulling data that maybe a lot of other people don't want to see. Right? So I'm getting really, like, I'm talking very big, basic terms, but,
Mhm.
you know, um, bespoke sort of dashboards are probably where we're going.
Mhm.
How we
Yeah.
generate them, because one dashboard does not make everybody happy. Trust me, this has been so much of my career,
We know.
not even just in cybersecurity, just in general, right? It's
Yeah.
like, that's great. That financial data is great, but I also there's always someone who's like, and I also want to see this.
Yeah.
Well, really hard. It's a burden then, like not a burden, but the time and cost it takes to be like, oh, we're going to build one more widget, right? Because
Right.
you're like, you have engineers' time. People don't realize it's expensive to build these things. And then
Mhm.
someone's always like, and I also want to see this. I think that's what makes this job super exciting. But I do think this is where changes in how we build software and make it a little bit more flexible for the end user will meet those needs for that user. So I think there's a lot that uh people want to talk about, autonomous SOC, or they want to talk about like AI, like getting rid of people. And I actually think AI is going to be used for exactly that problem that you're talking about, Dustin. This software meets almost all my needs, except for I kind of need to build a couple of things for myself that I want to see. And I know the data is there. I just need a
Mhm.
way to visualize it. And I think that's where we're going to be really seeing the big transformation.
I like that.
So,
Yeah, that's great.
so then is
Go
the
ahead.
answer AI coupled with Power BI? Just gonna throw that one out there because it's so.
Or something like that.
I'm not sure I like that because I like Power BI, but whenever I work with Power BI, I always get frustrated. But maybe the mistake I've been making is I have not been bringing my AI friend along with me. To that, what do you think that the future is providing the end user with the tools like that where they can just build it's like their own Lego set almost, but it spews cyber and that's fun. But
Yeah, I think, but we got to still have guardrails in place for many different
oh,
reasons, right?
100%.
Because you can build graphs that are super cool and not true. You
Oh,
how is it like graphs and maps? Like, I remember, like, you can make, the way maps can be manipulated, data can be manipulated. If you want to say, like, we have better cybersecurity outcomes than, XYZ company, yeah, sure. You can probably build yourself something in Power BI that makes it look that way. So I think within guardrails and within, again, users, I have deep empathy for end users in cybersecurity. They deal with tremendous amount of cognitive overload. And then the other side is they don't always know what they want, but we can help identify what they need. And then most of it, we can even go to 100% of needs, but we can aim for that. And then I do think some sort of like custom reporting or other types of interfaces that allow them to manipulate that in real time will help. Um, but I've seen some pretty funny, not even just in cybersecurity, where people are like, well, I'm going to build my own dashboard. And they come back and you're like, what? This might
I,
only make
I
sense
like
to them.